Alright, so when the House Un-American Activities Committee, which I'm going to call HUAC, came into power, it really screwed up a lot of people's lives. Many people, including people in the entertainment industry, got blacklisted and their lives got pretty much ruined. Two subjects that we're going to be looking at today, though, are Jack Warner and Walt Disney, since they played kind of a big part. So we'll start off with Jack Warner. Now, Jack Warner's beef with the HUAC kind of needs some context going into it. See, when World War II hit, Jack Warner and his brother Sam kind of started fearing Nazism, communism, and fascism. In response to the rapid rise of all these things, they started to create many anti-Nazi, communism, and fascist movies, including Underground, All Through the Night, and Confessions of a Nazi Spy. One of these movies they created, which also helped the war effort, was called Mission to Moscow and was named after the same book created by Joseph D. Levis. The movie itself was pro-Russia, since the US and Russians were fighting alongside each other during World War II. Now, this kind of becomes a problem after World War II. See, the HUAC, which was very ticked off at this point and blacklisted many people already, kind of saw Mission to Moscow as a pro-Soviet and pro-communist movie. And so, alongside The North Star and Song of Russia, Mission to Moscow would be one of three primary examples that pro-Soviet and communist movements were happening within the entertainment industry. And so, like many people at the time, Jack Warner was set to speak at the HUAC trials, and it was very irritating for Warner. Basically how it went down was Jack Warner started his entire testimony essentially saying that because he didn't know the US and the Russians were going to be at each other's throat in a few years, there's absolutely no way that he could have been seen as a communist. But the HUAC was not having any of that. They pretty much accused Warner over and over again, saying that because he made a pro-Soviet Union at a time where the Russians were the allies to the US, he's pretty much a communist at this point. And of course, Warner wasn't having any of it. He was pretty much fighting back the entire time. And the only reason why this didn't go on forever was because one of the chairmen of the HUAC pretty much stopped it right there and then. Eventually, Warner was let off the stand without any punishment towards his company, but his movie Mission in Moscow was one of many movies banned in that era. As for Walt Disney, though, that's another story. Now, when the second Red Scare hit, Disney, like many other people, became incredibly paranoid about losing his company. But being the opportunist man that he is, he also kind of saw it as a way to get rid of people that he didn't really like. Disney, like many people, was sent up to testify, though not for anything in particular. At first, Disney denies that he distributes any of his studio's works to Russia. After a little bit of back and forth between the HUAC and Disney, however, he starts to list off former animators at his studio that he saw as communist agitators. These would include Herbert Sowell, David Heberman, and William Pomeranz. These people are notable because they were labor union organizers, which Disney notoriously hated unions. He also notes off organizations such as the League of Women Explorers, the People's World, and the Daily Worker as communist organizations. In particular, the League of Women Shoppers was a consumer organization that strived for better working environments for everyone. They were mad at Disney for his awful working environments for his animators. And so Disney noted them as communists in order to get rid of them. So whereas Jack Warner was pretty much just protecting his company, Disney saw it as an opportunity to get rid of people he didn't like. So yeah,